Welcome to the next episode of the Hero Wars Global Championship Season Highlights, fight number 4, and it was a messy match. Let's start with my first fight. JJI with Daredevil, Zisha Amira Aiden and the Cleaver Luther Artemis line. JJI without Sebastian can be countered properly by Cleaver Luther Artemis. Daredevil is not really good in that setup. I wanted a great timing between Artemis and Fafnir, so I played it nearly manually. Beautiful. To put Lee in here was a nice idea. He wanted to counter the Kayla counter. I smelled here a trap and I tested against all the different variations, but this Yasmin line was safe. Even the gold explosion did nothing. If Cleaver or Chaba, you can use the same counters. Antvari in the first position is also possible, but it loads Artemis too. So I like more this one with a manual gameplay. First fail, Titans. The newest Titan, Mord. Who has failed? Nice, it was our opponent. I think he hasn't traded that line, just bot and go. Sigurd takes all the damage and they shoot everything into his shield. So Mord wasn't the reason. Next Titan fail. I use that line in defense too. The first 3 Titans are the same. If Nova gets pulled down, then it's pretty bad for him. Oh yeah, best pull. Eden is the reason why you should always think about to have multiple ways to win. Malak Nova is a great duo. If Nova gets pulled, you can stop Angus with Moloch. And the Reggie doesn't do that much damage, so definitely not properly trained. The next Titan fail. 4 Water Titans against 2 Water and 1 Earth Titan. Not my preferred choice. Damn, that was our mate. So 2 Titan fails versus 1 Titan fail. Here we see it clearly. Moloch dies quickly, but water against water and earth is just bad. He interrupted even Eden's ultimate. It worked better than I would expect and it was a close fight, but still not the best choice. Then the next fail at Lighthouse. Kayla against Chaba Artemis is also a bad choice. Chaba is able to eat Kayla, and if you can't kill or blind perfectly Artemis, you will get it back. Oh yeah, that was luckily their fail. He survived the ultimate, but Kayla can't do anything anymore. Her position is bad, and then the end. Next fail, Barracks. Damn, that was our second fail. I would say it was a safe line, and also in training his results were always good. I was wondering about the behavior. Kira turns normally around if Luther jumps into the middle. But with Andvari she shoots still in her original direction, interrupts Fafnir's sword buff, and then she attacks Luther. Artemis shoots without buff, and Kira's revenge was hard. Unfortunately no armor buff active. What a timing. I tried it so often, but I couldn't get this timing in my training. We had to switch the building, and that was the worst decision. Not really, but the second attack failed at Lighthouse, and that was totally neck-breaking. Wow, and the worst, it was my second fight. Oh, I have totally underestimated the power of lower lines and didn't expect this interruption of Corvus Altar. Kayla didn't die immediately, and additionally I was unlucky because Kira got Fafnir's buff at the start. I have tested of course both options, but the real reason was the missing armor penetration skin from Tristan. Ah, what a bad feeling. 3 fails for each guild, but we couldn't finish 2 buildings. And the result? We lost. That is always the hardest part. It hurts a lot and you did your best, but it wasn't enough. The entire guild lost because of your fail. Keep in mind, you are not alone. Learn from it and next time you will make it better, hopefully. Let's watch some interesting fights. All 3 fights are interesting. Line 1. Andvari works finally so great against Luther, Julius, Artemis. JJA Yasmin against Zisha Aiden and a mixed magic team versus a Nebula boosted Heidi. I had this discussion with my mate, why is Andvari here the best choice? The reason is not really visible, but it's his routing ability for allies. Luther pushes normally a mirror to the front. That brings her in a position where Artemis is able to blind her. Look, together with Andvari, she doesn't get the blind. This blind triggers Artemis' smart arrow. Now it flies to Jorgen. And the key element, Julius' shield, allows Fafnir to survive a mirror's gold even with a magic attack buff. So you need now 2 buffs to kill him immediately. Yasmin JJI. I have never thought it will be possible to stop Zisha's ultimate in this way. The shields are amazing. Her first ultimate does see only 21,000 at Isaac. And her second ultimate even 6,000. Very crucial gameplay. Only a very good timing can help. Lilith is nowadays a rare hero, but it's amazing to watch her power. Celeste is going crazy and her magic attack buffs too. Heidi's damage at Lilith allows her to use her ultimate much earlier. And a beautiful combo attack from Phobos and Lilith. And here another nice fight. Kayla, Aiden, Fafnir, but without Tristan. JJI, Sebastian Ginger, and the new Tristan, Yasmin, Nebula, Artemis line. Kayla has a good chance to survive Corvus Altar if she gets the assist from Fafnir. In this fight, she is not able to overdamage the altar and dies after a little attack. But it's good if you see this behavior in training. It happens pretty often. Training works perfectly, but in the war not. Why? In your training you have killed that hero before he used his ultimate. You have never seen what will happen if he does. Try to force it with a different setup and then you can say, hey, it doesn't matter if he uses his ultimate or not. This line is very interesting. It works also with Julius super skin, but it takes longer and if the crit luck is too high, then it will fail. But the Nebula boosted Zisha and Celeste combo has a great front pressure. And it's perhaps a new idea for you. Astrid and Lucas are great to bring your enemies in a good line. Mashi loves it, and the power of Mojo is really awesome. That's all for today. Peace.